Hey guys, Equi here, and you may be able to tell from my voice, I've been battling with a cold the past week here. About a week, yeah. So this episode is going to be a little bit shorter. You might notice a couple more jump cuts or um, you know, audio mutes from me coughing or something like that. But just giving you guys the heads up, this is going to be more of an episode where I'm going to be asking for some feedback. And today we're going to be designing and perfecting the design of the storage system here. After a quick break of coughing, we're going to look at this top part of the farm, or storage room, rather. I think a big question is what should we do for the floor? These are kind of the blocks that I picked out and I think look good. Definitely the redstone blocks and the lamps are going to be good, I think. And then I'm pretty confident that it looks nice with the stone brick for the chest wall. That being said, there's a couple other blocks that could look pretty good there, I'm sure. None of them are coming to mind necessarily. Aside from stone brick, it just seems like a pretty good contrast to the chests, in my opinion. So the main question is going to be, what should we do for the floors? So one thought I've had is have cobblestone on this level, and then each subsequent level be different stained clays, or have every level be different stained clays, maybe consistently stone brick, or consistently blue clay, gray clay, or I guess that's cyan clay, I believe. Maybe gray clay, cyan clay, blue clay. One of those blocks wouldn't look too bad, I don't think. So another thing that I've been thinking about is giving you guys a closer look here to give you an idea. From the inside, I don't know if I love this part here. The nether brick into the redstone block and then to the nether brick. And the reason it's like that right now, and it looks alright, I think the biggest part is that the floor shouldn't be stone brick. I think that color scheme doesn't work. But the biggest reason that the redstone blocks are there is to light up these lamps here. Now, one thing that we could consider is taking those out and replacing it there throughout here, which I'll do now to give you guys an idea. The storage room will be the centralized location of everything. So this entire complex and all the farms that are going to surround it are all going to lead into this storage room or storage tower. Um, and so this is going to be where we spend a lot of time in this storage room. It's very centralized, and it's important that it has like a good theme to it, color design, and that will also continue on to the rest of the builds connecting to this, of course. So, like even these that might change up a little bit if we were to drastically do this theme differently. We might change it just to make everything look good. I think this is incredibly important to do it right, so I would appreciate any feedback regarding color schemes or design or anything. So quick change here. We've put the lamps there, as you can see, overhead view, and then go down. So kind of like this, and then underneath like that. So that looks not too bad. Um, Curious as to what you guys think about that. And then, let's see. So for consistency as well, actually we'd have to change the bottom to be like that as well. Alright, so quick change. This is what we're looking at now. It doesn't look too bad. It means all the lamps are lit, and I think it looks pretty good from in here, but again, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Another possible change would be removing this layer, but again, I think we'd have to switch the stone brick out. I think that's ultimately what it's coming down to. But yeah, it might be worth taking out this and seeing what that looks like. Alright, so that is what it looks like without the second layer of nether brick. Not too bad. Again, I'm really thinking maybe not stone brick, but you know, it's something to consider. I think the design from looking out over the balcony or from here, I think the most important thing to make this look a little bit better. Looks okay with the redstone block, but then having another layer right there on the bottom layer, I don't think that that's working. So I'm gonna take that out, at least on this side. Probably not, like we'll leave it on the other side, but I think that'll look best if we do it that way. So yeah, that way, oops, the exterior layer of redstone can stay, but the interior maybe needs to be removed. But we'll see what that looks like here. Quick change, doesn't look too bad. Without that underneath layer of redstone blocks, I think it looks quite nice actually. And then the inside here, maybe we need to change out the floor and just look at a couple different designs. But right now we're just finalizing what this cell ought to look like, and then that'll give us a good idea of what to work on and work off of for the other layers, which will be symmetrical, of course. Alright, so quick couple changes here, a couple options. So that's what the clay looks like, the hardened clay. And this is what stone slabs look like. Quite nice. I don't mind the nether brick, lamp, stone slab design, and then you have the darker gray stone brick wall. Doesn't look too bad. And then this is kind of interesting idea as well. Actually, I ended up doing just half slab and not the full, like double slab. And let's see here. Kind of like that. Even at night, it has like that really bright light to it, and kind of like a 3D effect because it's not half a block, it's that extra block, and you can kind of see between the gaps. So kind of like that, something to consider as well.
Hey guys, so we're back here and it's another day for me, and at this point I am feeling a lot better. Just been kind of contemplating things around here. Of course, with the 10 layers we need a way to get between each layer. So I mean we have a lot of options. I was kind of thinking possibly something like this, like a sort of staircase, or several staircases spiraling up. Something like this, and then maybe some lighting, just random sort of glowstone near here where it covers everything so there won't be any mob spawns, and then maybe goes a little bit closer to the tower. Alternatively, we could be looking at like an ender pearl elevator or some other form of elevator, slime block or piston, something like that. And of course with that, before I can fill in the difference between these two parts, like of the quarters of the chest room, we should kind of decide what we want to do. Of course, if we're going to have a staircase, then we'll just have sort of a pathway, and then maybe sort of some sort of pathway and portcullis to the rest of the farms around the place. If we're going to do some sort of elevator system, we'll have the elevator system here. We could do some sort of staircase just between these layers, but doesn't give it a lot of room if we're doing a staircase. It's another option is just, yeah, like the staircase in the middle. So kind of a lot to sort of consider. I don't want to replicate this design all around at this level unless that's what we decide on. So right now we're kind of looking at this. I don't know how this will look stretched across all the layers. I mean, we can always make changes in the future, of course. But a lot of questions to ask ourselves here. Kind of want to get this right, more or less, and have a design that we're happy with. So, kind of complicated as to which route we should take. I have some ideas for how to get to this level, like from the ground level down there. And I think I'm gonna keep them a secret for now, and I will be working on that on another episode. Kind of a neat idea that I haven't seen for a very long time. I haven't really seen much in general as far as in a single player or vanilla world rather. So I've got some ideas there. A lot to consider um, regarding just each cell. Like this looks not too bad, and then we have to transition it so that it works into the other one, assuming that we all like the look of this, and then figure out how to get between layers. The awkward thing is like with a staircase like this, the lighting, probably the best way to do it is just little pieces of glowstone nearby. That way, I don't think there's any sort of lighting source that would really look that pleasant otherwise. I don't mind this, as you can see from down here. It's kind of neat. And of course, that centralized structure with all the chests that looks awful, it's completely temporary. And as well as most of the things around there. I don't think we're going to have anything going right up to the item elevator necessarily. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll have some pathways, if it depending on what looks good. But this is really just for the time being, so we can grab our items. Tons of iron. We're getting way too much iron. It's ridiculous. Mostly, what we're really looking for and hoping to get from the farm is redstone, of course, because redstone blocks being a large component, and the redstone lamps, glowstone as well. The redstone is really the one that you're always going to be running short on when you're building with this many redstone blocks. So yeah, I mean we've got a lot to consider. I'm hoping you guys can give me some feedback. I just wanted to say as well, I apologize especially for um, the beginning of the episode and the majority of the episode, me being sick. It's definitely like a little bit um, fragmented by me cutting things off and resuming them here and there where I was coughing and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to say we've got a lot of things to consider here. In the next episode, I think we'll completely finalize the design and then get this first layer done, assuming some feedback on this episode, I would hope. And I'll do some more, like I'll consider some more options and kind of play around in the world as well. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated um, regarding the design and the color scheme and everything. So, yeah. Anyways, well, I think I'll wrap up the episode now. Just want to say thank you all for watching. And, yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.